Hey guys, I'm Sam from DIY Huntress, and today I'm going to show you how easy it is to make a custom piece of artwork that looks like that. Let's get started. Do you want to go outside and build? Let's go outside and build. Come on. What I forgot to mention in my introduction is that this project was part of a wood wall art challenge that I participated in with about 30 other amazing makers. So if this project is not your cup of tea, check out the playlist link below this video for some other awesome ideas. But if this project is your cup of tea, then you can find all the details as well as step-by-step instructions on my blog by visiting the link below this video. Most importantly though, this is a 2-piece of plywood project, so be sure to check my website to make sure you have the right dimensions for your plywood pieces before starting. First step here is to print your design, and you can use any design here, but mine is for free on my website if you choose to download it. Since I printed my design on several pieces of paper to make it 2 feet wide, I then assembled all the pieces with painter's tape. I also made sure to flip my design around and put painter's tape on the back in order to strengthen it, since it is going to be used as the stencil for this project. Next step was to use a straight edge and an X-Acto knife to cut out the design. I noticed about halfway through this project that my blade was very dull, so I had to go back and fix a couple things later, but I'll show you that process when we get there. Next, I ripped apart the pieces to create my stencil. Again, don't judge my lines. Next step was to find center on my top piece of 1/4-inch plywood. This made lining up the stencil so much easier. To fix my jagged and gross edges, I used a straight edge here to create a really nice straight line for the stencil of the mountains. Then I peeled away the stencil. Before cutting anything, I used my drill to drill pilot holes for the blade of the jigsaw to fit. And then I went ahead and just used my jigsaw to cut out the design. If you don't have a steady hand or this is hard for you, you can also use a straight edge here or a guide. This is a no judgment zone. Since I used crappy plywood, I had to go back and wood putty some holes and then sand the entire thing down. Next is my favorite part, staining. I used Varathane wood stain because it dries in an hour and it left a beautiful ebony finish on the top of my piece. Once that piece was dry, I then attached it to a second piece of plywood using a brad nailer. I then cut 2 feet long border pieces out of 3/4-inch square dowels at a 45-degree miter, and attached those border pieces to the art piece. Next, I attached picture hanging hooks to the back. Once you're done attaching those hooks, go ahead and hang that artwork proudly. For more project ideas, you can visit my website at DIYHuntress.com or click on the link below this video. In the meantime, I cannot wait to see what you guys build, and happy DIYing.